My husband and I are up super early on this Saturday morning to try and be early to this fill-a-bag fairgrounds event that our local Goodwill is putting on. I haven't done a thrifting video in a while, so this is gonna be like a thrifting video. I'm not optimistic because if it's gonna be like the bins, it means they've just been stockpiling what they perceive to be like the leftover crap to put this on. So I don't think it's gonna be like grade A choices or anything. But if I can get a whole bag, like a plastic shopping bag of stuff for $5, you know I love my smalls, so like I can do some damage with that. I don't know, are you optimistic about this at all? No, it's probably gonna be a show, but sometimes you just never know. Anyway, let's go see if we can find anything good. Roll the intro. So we get there about 10-15 minutes early, something like that, and the line is already pretty long to get in. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but like, dang, there's a lot of people here. But once they opened the doors, everybody just kind of funneled in at once, so the line wasn't that big of a deal. And once I got in, I was kind of surprised at how little there actually was here to dig through. Looks like there's lots of clothes and shoes and stuff, but obviously I'm gonna go straight to the toys. And again, I don't know what I was expecting because I do go to the bins fairly frequently and find stuff, but like this is just not great stuff. It's a lot of bigger toddler toys and stuff that are missing pieces or stuff that's missing battery doors, like the kind of stuff that if you stuff one in your bag, like the bag is full. Where are my smalls? Bring on the smalls. I'm sorry, some of this stuff is just straight up junk. Like this doll is missing his legs and the clothing and shoes were not any better. A lot of these shoes just seemed way too far gone. Like the soles on these Converse are so worn and bad. Like I know it's fill-a-bag for $5. I know you're not gonna be getting high quality stuff and you're just gonna be getting a lot of stuff cheaply, but like, really? This is one of those times where I wish I had meta glasses because then I could have filmed exactly what I was picking up as I was picking it up. It's on my list of things to buy, but I had to make do with my phone, which means I only got a few clips of the actual process. But I did manage to fill up my $5 bag. I scrounged and scrounged until I stuffed it full because you know I wasn't gonna leave empty-handed. So I'm gonna show you everything that I picked out. But first we decided to stop at an actual Goodwill on the way home. And no sooner do we get in, does my husband find a DVD recorder for just $5.49. Keyword being recorder, that makes all the difference. When it comes to keyboards, I don't want to store and ship a full-size one, so I love these little small guys. And it's only $10.50, which isn't too bad of a price for this particular model. I looked at the battery compartment, and of course it was corroded, which means it's gonna need some help. But luckily they come apart and you can get to the battery compartment pretty easily. There's no way it's gonna work with a spring this rusted, so I had to sand all the rust off of it and clean the corrosion up, and I was able to get it working again, no problem. I stuck a price tag of $100 on it, we'll see if I get it. This is one of those things where like, if you get it and look it up off season, it's probably not gonna look that great, but I think it's gonna be fine. It's Hallmark. I looked it up. It should be like $20 plus shipping, probably pretty easily during the Christmas season, and it's only $2.50, so I'm gonna grab it. Another little something I will record for Thrift Shop Cats, my alt account on TikTok and Instagram. Shameless plug. I wish Thrift would make sense with the pricing, because why is this $5.49 and it's like Walmart wax and it's missing one, and yet the freaking DVD recorder is the same price? Like, come on guys, get with it. I hate when I encounter something and it has that look like, yes, this should be worth money. Somebody will buy this. But then you go and look it up on eBay and it's like it rarely, if ever, sells. So if you buy it, like maybe you'll sell it, maybe you won't, but the data isn't there to support it. And that is exactly what this item is. Like, I hate that I want to get it so badly, but the data doesn't support that it's going to be a quick sale, and I don't feel like hanging on to it, so I had to leave it behind. But here's everything we didn't leave behind, and it was a decent little haul. All right, so that event was August 9th, and I'm now getting around to filming the rest of it on August 31st. If that has given you any indication of how my August has gone, probably one of the worst months I've had in a decade. And the only reason I'm saying anything is because I got a slight haircut in that time frame, and I didn't want anyone to be like, what's going on with that? But Yeah, filming this a little late, but that's okay because from your perspective, nothing has changed. My bag is barely holding on, but I managed to fit everything from the event in one Goodwill bag. So this was only $5. I'm actually gonna go weigh this because I'm curious to see how much this weighs and figure out how much it would have cost at the bins. Hang on. Okay, the answer was 7.5 pounds, which means I don't remember if my bins are $1.50 or $1.79 a pound. So between like $11 and $13 is what this would have cost me at bins prices. So for $5, like, I think we got a treasure trove going on here. At this point, I can't even legitimately remember what I stuffed in here in the first place, but I think it's best to just dump it out and go for it because I don't want this to be a long bloated video. I want to keep it under 15 minutes this time. All right, let's get to dumping. See what treasures I've been neglecting all month. All right, first thing was some of these Fisher-Price dollhouse dolls. The son, come on, Ori. I think this is the mom and the grandpa, so not even like a real cohesive family unit. And then I found a bed that goes with it. It's kind of dirty, but that's fine. Again, $5 for all of this. So we'll figure out the accounting later, but let's see how much I think I'm gonna get for this. Next up was this Rubik's Cube light. It doesn't work, so I'll have to put batteries in it. But I got this for my son because he does Rubik's Cubes. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. So I figured he might like that just for whatever. Now this is an interesting piece because it's a vintage Nerf wrist blitzer, but look at this. I feel like something is wrong with it. Like, I'm gonna have to actually see how it's supposed to work and see if I can get it working because something is not right with it. But still, I'm sure there's someone out there that collects vintage Nerf that would be fine with this piece even in non-working condition just for like display purposes. So I think this one is going to be a really good find. Next up was this Skylanders gear shift, and what's funny and what a lot of these things have on them is price tags. Like they didn't sell at the store level and then they just got kicked into the sale, which is funny because I would have paid $1.50 for this if I had seen it in the store because this is worth about 20 bucks. I knew that when I saw this. I don't know much about Skylanders, but I do know a few to look for, either from finding them previously or just stuff I've learned through like cultural osmosis. But yeah, this one will be good. This one I think is worth 20 bucks. Then I saw a Radica game and I just threw it in my bag because some Radica games can be worth a lot of money. This one, though, I don't think I'm going to do very well on. Number one, it doesn't sell very often, and number two, I didn't notice that it had like burst pixels or whatever is going on there with the display screen. So, you know, this one's probably going to be a dud. But Radica games used to be like the thing to find, and now they've gone downhill. Some of them are still worth money. But yeah, it was just one of those things where I'm like, Radica, saw it, threw it in the bag, didn't think much of it, but I think this is gonna be a dud. Next up, I got a Shake and Go Mater car from the Cars 2 era. Looks like it was originally $1.50 at the store and nobody bought it. It was like a holiday edition, but the hat's missing. I haven't tested it yet. And these Shake and Go's are surprisingly heavy. So that's a little bit of a downside, but he's still pretty small and compact. So I think this is gonna be another good find. Another thing that suffered from, oh, it's a Radica handheld game, just throw it in the bag and worry about it later. The fact that it was $4.50 at the store and didn't sell should have been some indication that maybe this was not worth it, because I looked it up and the listed to sold is really bad. Like, this sells once in a blue moon. I don't think it's really worth me listing on eBay. If it works, if it doesn't, then it's basically just trash. But if it does, I'm probably just gonna put it in the kids resale event, make a little bit of money off of it, and don't have to like worry about shipping it or anything. This is a like battery power supply for a Cars slot car set, and I looked inside and none of the batteries have exploded or corroded. So again, I just kind of threw it in my bag. Probably should have taken the batteries out first because it was really heavy. But I looked and there's like one person trying to sell it for 10 bucks plus shipping. I really don't know how in demand the Cars slot car power pack is worth. I'm hoping I can get 10 bucks out of it. We'll see. I don't even know if this is the complete set. It's probably not. But this was the like Kerwin Frost McNugget buddies that were part of a like meal promotion in the last few years. Again, I just threw them in my bag because I didn't know if they still had any value. They did at one point, but I don't know if they still do. I guess I should open this and see if I have a full set of 6. The answer is no. I have 5 out of the 6 characters and 3 of 1 character. I really don't know. I genuinely have no idea what I can get for these anymore. I will say that the gold McNugget, which was like the secret thing to find in this set, is still worth money. So too bad there's no gold McNugget in here. I genuinely don't know. I'd be happy to get 10 bucks. Then I grabbed a couple of dolls. This one had they both have prices actually, but like they wanted $3.50 for this one doll, so no wonder it didn't sell. This is the 1997 Rapunzel doll. She's missing a stone in her crown. Her hair's kind of a rat's nest, but it's not like matted. I can pretty easily brush that out. And this is not her original dress, unfortunately. This doll is one of those Barbies where you think it'd be worth something because it's got like the extra long hair, and you would bundle it up and then you'd press the button on the crown and her hair would like flow down. So you'd think that would be worth something, but no, this is one of those dolls where even new in box, she's only worth like $20. So out of box, without the original dress, you're looking at way less than that. She might end up having to go to the kids resale event. I don't know. And then this is another one I grabbed just because I liked that she had extra long hair, and they wanted $2.50 for it. And again, that's just too much for this doll. She's not worth it. She doesn't really have much value on her own. But I just shoved her in the bag as well because I was like, most of the dolls at the event had something severely wrong with them, and these two were at least intact and had something interesting going on. So again, I'm not optimistic about really either of these. They might end up going to the kids resale event, but because I paid next to nothing for them, that'll be okay. I'll still come out ahead. A random Zuma toy made it into my bag somehow. I don't remember how or why. It's not worth selling on its own, I can tell you that much. I think I have a bag of Zumas that I'm trying to sell, so I'll just slip it in there as an extra. Lastly, I have a Bratz Big Babies Jade. They wanted $3.50 for her at whatever Goodwill she was at. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad price for the condition that she's in, but you know, as you can see, she's gonna need a lot of cleanup. And she's also missing her like little pigtail space bun things that she wears, but she is fully dressed otherwise. In missing pigtails and missing baby bottle necklace, I can still probably get like $25, which isn't too bad, all things considered. 25 bucks for something I just threw in my bag. The biggest thing I threw in my bag that really didn't fit, but what she has going for her is she at least still has her shoes and outfits. Some of them are completely naked without any of that and missing the space buns and everything. And people will still get 20 bucks in that condition. So maybe I could even push it to 30, we'll see. But the important thing to remember is these Big Babies dolls, which don't look like they'd be worth much, can actually have value. That was everything I got at the Goodwill Fill-A-Bag sale. We have some winners and some losers, but that's to be expected when you're just kind of throwing things in a bag willy-nilly. And most of the stuff at the sale, as we saw, was broken and crap that nobody else wanted for any reason. So like, obviously, if you're picking through the junk of the junk, finding any gems is going to be hard, but I still managed to do it. I still managed to come out ahead on my $5 investment. So I can't be too upset. Thank you so much for joining me on this hybrid video where it was kind of picking in person and also haul video at home. Follow me on Instagram to see my daily stories. I post most of my little like eBay flips and recent finds in there. I also post reels and stuff sometimes. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I make at least one video a month all about my full-time reselling adventures. And of course, drop a like if you liked this video. Now get out there, have fun, and find something good. Because I don't want this to be a long bloated video. I want to keep it under 15 minutes this time.
Here it comes!